Porinju is back with us. Porinju, all smiles given how the leads are completely skewed in favor of the NDA?
Yes, as expected, Aisha. This really good for the country, good for the nation is what I believe. Because after all these things being done in the last 5 years, they deserve a second chance to follow it up and to keep things in track. Because India has been looking for a change of culture, and the way politicians have been managing the economy, and all those things. So it's very important that change we started 5 years ago, and it has to be followed up. It has to be more fine-tuned. There could have been many flaws in implementation of many of the reforms, but all said and done, those important reforms are done, and it was very courageously it was done. So this government deserve to continue. It's good in the best interest of the nation. I strongly believe so. Investors are also going to be liking it, most of them who are knowledgeable, and it's good in all the ways.
It's for the market. Porinju, the question which we are asking everyone is that how much from a market standpoint NDA 2 is in the price? The mandate is something which markets are celebrating, but is this a 10% re-rating moment, or the re-rating has already happened?
Re-rating of the country, the economy will happen now. Definitely our markets will be in a very positive mood. At the same time, I don't think there will be a big runaway in the Nifty or Sensex. After going to new highs, I strongly feel Nifty and Sensex will consolidate around these levels for a while, and during the time you will see broader market moving up. The hitherto ignored small and mid caps, the deserving stocks where you find values, investors should focus in that area. I am very confident there are many multi-baggers brewing up in that segment after such huge sell-off in the last 5 quarters in the market. So that is what is more important. And going again, there is a lot of people are looking for a change in finance ministry. Now that is going to the main discussion in the market going forward. I think what India needs today is something like 5 or 10 Gadkaris. So that's what everybody is wishing for. But there are limitations, and we don't know. All have to wait and watch how these portfolios are being allocated, because there are many challenges in the economy. The financial stress and the global scenario. So it's very important to manage the economy, with all the knowledge and with all the expertise. And I think this government will be capable of doing it and delivering.
Porinju, so, I mean, within broader markets, I know it's always been a very case-by-case, very individual company, stock-by-stock kind of story. But within the larger gamut, what are the spaces that are interesting you right now, given that the broader markets have bled for quite a while now?
See, infrastructure is one segment which had given a lot of pain in the last 5 years, despite the very good start 5 years ago. Many of the problems came out, the leveraged balance sheets and the stress in the banking system, the stricter norms, everything has affected them, the receivables, the working capital issues. If you see the BJP manifesto, they are clearly talking about major infra push. So they are going to implement that. And we will see. That's perhaps the reason I think today I was noticing many of those infrastructure companies, including road construction companies, are moving up. I think that's a sector investors should really watch for. The survivor, companies, with a strong balance sheet or at least reasonably good balance sheet. There are many companies, even in the mid cap and some large companies. There can be, I think, very decent wealth creation going forward in some of those companies. And the consumption story will always be playing. And again, I told earlier, there are attractive valuations in the non-top companies, the companies in the second rung, the medium size.
Porinju, okay, before we wrap, we know your broader portfolio, it's in public domain. You own stocks like Hawkins, you own stocks like Kaya. You have, or I don't know whether it's become had now, exposure to Tata Global Beverages. Now that the mandate is clear, is there a case for you to buy more inward-looking sectors, road construction, maybe something from the infra space? Would you be selling, let's say, a Kaya? Would you be selling, some other stocks to buy these stocks? And when you say road construction, which one would you look at? Would you look at road? Would you look at power? Would you look at pure, infra stroke utility?
It's very difficult. I don't want to tell many names in that sector. Now already it's all well-known names in the road construction and other infrastructure space. One, investors have to look for how much these stocks have come down. Are they have beaten down so much? Some of them are available at 70% down, 80% down, 90% down, and very strong companies are down by 40 and 50%. And explore for the values, margin of safety, and the order book. And the outlook for the getting orders in the future. So the companies, I am still holding Viatech, Wabag in the infrastructure space, betting on the water theme. But many challenges happening. The receivables now, because of the election happened, many months there was no payment coming in, which was due. So I think after this with the second term, government will have to organize those things and create a better environment for these companies to function, which is very important if you want to really give a very big mega infra push. So the other thing about the financial stress, how the NPAs, I feel many stakeholders have to take a haircut and once and for all to solve these problems. It may take a few months more, but there will be a solution. Could be the reason now the PSU banks all have been moving up. But this today's or this last 2-3 days or the coming 2-3 days rise, that doesn't indicate anything. There will be huge speculation and stocks going up and down 10%, 20%. It doesn't mean much. You can be very cool and explore for the values. There are a lot of values which are not in the fancy today. And market is going to be very interesting. The research analysts, the traders, everybody will come back with much more enthusiasm. That's what I am seeing in the market going forward.
Porinju, great to have you on the show as always, and we'll chat again in the later part of today's trading session, hopefully. Good to speak with you as always.
Thank you.